There is no doubt the monsters are dangerous. There is no doubt the monsters are terrifying. But what exactly are the monsters in From? That is what we're going to try and find out today. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment. And after watching the premiere of From Season 1, there is lots of questions that need to be answered. But one of those questions is, what exactly are the monsters that are preying on the town folk? Now, from one episode, it is pretty hard to tell because we don't get to see that much of the monsters. In fact, we really only get to see one scene, and in that scene we see the monsters in action. Once they get in, once they get through the window, they rip apart Lauren and Megan. Mother and daughter are no more. We see them the following day and they've got a gruesome death. Rib cage is completely ripped out, and these monsters from this point onwards we know are the real deal. They are very serious. They will kill you. We know they're not to be messed with. The entire town is on lockdown at night. Once it's nighttime, you cannot go out. So it is fair to say these monsters pose a serious threat, but we still don't know exactly what they are. Now, in the episode, Boyd tries to explain to Jim, the newcomer, that the woods aren't safe at night. However, he never really gets an opportunity to have a one-on-one sit-down conversation with Jim, just due to the effects of what happened. Firstly, the RV crashed. He hasn't had a proper chance to introduce himself to Jim. Jim's son, Ethan, is not in critical condition, but he's in pretty bad shape, so the focus is on making sure Ethan is okay, and Boyd doesn't really get an opportunity to talk to Jim before the night plunges into effect and the entire town is put into trouble. So even though Boyd, he pretty much tells us that the woods aren't safe, at night it's not safe, we can't be out here at night, we don't really understand why. We do not know why, and we do not know what is making the woods unsafe. Basically, we don't know why it's dangerous at night. However, that is what we're going to try and find out right now. So, from the limited screen time that we do get, they appear to be ghostly. They just look like that grey/white colour you'd associate with ghosts. They look very dull, they look grey, they just look like ghost-like figures. And they also appear to be old, and by old I mean they look like they're from a previous generation, just from the way they dress, just from the way they look. They don't look like they're from the same sort of era as the current townfolk. They look like they're from a previous era, which again would possibly lead to them being ghosts, because we know ghosts tend to be old, they tend to be from previous generations. However, we do see these monsters get physical. They can physically attack and they can physically kill and harm humans. So therefore, I don't think they can be ghosts. I think we can rule out the fact that they could possibly be ghosts. The monsters, in my opinion, the monsters could be shapeshifters. They seem to be able to change their appearance, and they also seem to be intelligent and capable of playing tricks on people. Now, we see the original monster, when it's at the window, it tricks Megan into believing it's her grandma. The monster claims to be grandma, and when Megan doesn't really believe that, when she says it doesn't look like grandma, it then changes and almost tries to win Megan around by trying to win sympathy. She claims to be cold, she claims to be lonely, and that she wants to come inside, and that is how Megan ends up opening the window, allowing this monster to come in and kill not just Megan but also Lauren. Now, when we do see the monster originally on the outside, she just looks like an old woman, an old lady. She appears to look like a ghost. However, as soon as the window opens, that is when we see the appearance of the monster change, and all of a sudden, it's hard to describe, but the monster just, its facial features seem to just like change, and it starts to grow teeth, and it just like transforms into something else, and that is why I referred to it as a shape shifter. Now, I mean, are we talking vampires? Are we talking aliens? I'm not too sure. It's hard to tell from this one episode. Like I said, this is really the only time we get to see the monster. Now, at the very end of the episode, we see some monsters closing in on the RV, but we don't get any close-ups. We only can see them from behind, and they appear to just be normal. Well, I say normal, I don't use that term, I use that term loosely, but they appear to be ghost-like, just like the original ghost pretending to be Grandma on the outside of the window. Unfortunately, that's all we really have after one episode. That's all we can really determine from the monsters. However, we do know that if you have a talisman on your door and your property, your windows, everything is locked and secured, then the monsters appear to be unable to get in. So it looks like the talisman is key to protecting yourself. We don't know if weapons work, we don't know if there's any other sort of defense against these monsters, but for now, the talisman is your best bet at night. So yeah, lock your doors, lock your windows, and make sure you have a talisman protecting your home. Anyway, that is it, guys, from Fog Entertainment. We'll make more theory videos, but for now, that's pretty much all we can tell from the monsters. I'm sure we'll see more of them as season 1 progresses, and we'll probably be able to come to a better conclusion on what they actually are. But that's it. We'll catch you in the next one. Leave a like, subscribe, more from content coming soon, and until next time, peace.